Hello LSR7 teachers. My name is John Courtney and I'm an Instructional Technology Specialist for the Lee Summit School District. We're excited to be able to share with you today about the Surface Book 3 and how it works in concert with the Teacher Workstation, external monitor and docking station, as well as your smart IFP. So today I'm going to take you through how you can connect your Surface Book 3 to the docking station to have a complete Teacher Workstation, including up to 1, 2, 3 separate screens. Join me if you will. We're going to take a look by starting with the docking station right here. This is a Microsoft Surface Dock 2, and you'll notice that I have mine plugged in to power, starting from the right to left. Then I've got my adapter, yours may be white or black, but it's connecting my HDMI cable from the smart IFP into a USB-C connection in the dock. I have another cable that is USB-C and connects my monitor through a USB-C cable plugged in the back here. And then finally I have the USB cable in white running from my smart IFP all the way down to the docking station, and this is the cable that provides touch. If you have a version 3 panel, a V3 panel, all of the touch and video capabilities done by the USB cable and the HDMI cable can be done in one single USB-C cable. Pause this video, listen to it back if you need those instructions one more time. But what I'm going to do now is push this docking station out of the way, and through a single cable I'm going to connect my Surface Book 3 laptop to all of this set up in my classroom, the Teacher Workstation, through a single cable. What you'll notice now is as the computer hooks up, it's going to send my monitor a signal, and so my laptop is now mirrored on my monitor, and I had a message that showed up here on my smart IFP that directed me to switch to that input. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the input section now, and I see that input 2, HDMI input 2, which can be renamed, is right here. So I'm just going to type in laptop, click done. I'm also going to favorite this input so it shows up on my input screen. Alright, when I click into this input, it's going to load this input here on my smart IFP. Again, notice I am mirrored between my laptop, my external monitor, and my smart IFP. It's all the same display. So with the help of my colleagues here and a little magic of wireless Bluetooth mouse and keyboard, we're going to go ahead and show you how you can make this one display into 3 separate displays. So to begin, we're going to right click on our screen and click down into Display Settings. Within Display Settings, we're going to see that we have a duplicated display right now, is the word for it, not mirrored, but duplicated. And we're going to come down by scrolling to the Multiple Displays option. Currently, we're duplicating desktop on 1 and 2. What we're going to do instead is we're going to click Extend Desktop on 1 and 2. By extending our desktop and saying Keep Changes, if we scroll back to the top of this, you'll see we now have 3 separate displays. Those displays for the Teacher Workstation and the IFP can be identified by clicking into the word Identify. So you'll see we have 1, 2, and 3. Can we click that one more time? Display 1 is the laptop, display 2 is the external monitor, display 3 is the smart IFP. Alright, so I might, according to my own classroom setup, arrange my monitors that same way right up here within the 1, 2, 3 area. I have laptop is 1, monitor is 2, IFP is 3, so I'm going to drag 1, 2, and 3. When I like what I have, if I click Identify again, I can see that set up here. 1, 2, 3, matches 1, 2, 3. I'm going to click Apply. Every classroom will be different, so you'll want to figure out by identifying and applying what your setup is. Alright, so notice we have monitor 2, which is my external monitor, highlighted in blue. The problem I want to address now is that my smart IFP has all of this black space on either side. So to address that problem, I'm going to click on Display 3, my smart IFP, and I'm going to scroll down to the display resolution. Notice my display resolution came in when I extended my screens at a certain resolution. We're going to recommend a different resolution to you, and that is 2560 by 1440 display resolution for your smart IFP. when we keep those changes, notice we just filled the screen and eliminated the black space on either side of the display on the Smart IFP. The nice thing about this is your docking station will remember your setup, and every time you plug in that one cable for a wired connection, you're going to experience this same setup. All right, a couple more steps. So if we minimize this right now and get out of our display settings, we now want to address which of my 3 screens has touch capabilities. And we're going to do that through the tray down here and the Smart icon within the tray. So Smartboard has some settings within the tray, and I can choose Orient to make this happen. So if this gray screen here does not show up on your Smart IFP, maybe it shows up on your laptop or it shows up on your external monitor, you'll click Spacebar, as it tells you right here, to get this to a different screen. So can we see that just for a second here? So clicking Spacebar moves that gray Orient screen from display to display. All right, this is the Smart IFP. This is the display I want touch on, so I'm going to go ahead and orient my screen by clicking in each of these spaces. And all of a sudden now I have touch on my Smart IFP through the Orient feature. If you're using a version 3 board, you will need the latest version of Smart Notebook to orient your 3rd screen to touch. You can find that download in the Software Center from the Windows Software Center that our district pushes out on your laptop. All right, and finally, why you might want to use this setup. Maybe I should have led with this. The reason you may want to use this setup in your classroom is for a couple of reasons. One, it gives you the most efficiency as a teacher. If I want, and if I have my students working on some type of activity or project, I can have my email up here to be in communication with administrators, parents, whoever I need to be, even students that I don't have in class at that time. I can have tomorrow's lesson plan that I'm developing, or next week's lesson plan that I'm developing here, content I'm building out in Schoology, and then finally I can have whatever activity my students are engaging with, whether it's instructions, whether it's an instructional video, up on the IFP for students in my classroom. So those are the reasons you'd want to use a wired connection. Streaming video works best with this setup as well, because you're directly sending that video that you're streaming through wires to the panel. So you can drag windows to and from display to display just by dragging right to left with any window. As my colleague's demonstrating now, you can grab those windows just by the top and drag them all the way left and all the way right. Hopefully this has been a helpful video for you. Your instructional technology team is here to support you in the setup of your teacher workstation and your Smart IFP. Thanks so much for joining us today, and have a wonderful day.